Hello everyone and welcome to Day Job. I am your host, Code Marvelous. And today we are going to be taking Gagarin Deep Space for a spin again. Let me just see if I can find myself a game. I've made some adjustments since the tournament. I put 2 standoff in instead of the prize sec for free Tithonium reses, and maybe force some early trashes. This is a keep. Love starting with 8 real agendas, or 2 real agendas and an 8 agenda deck. Let's give him the old GLHF. Alright, so let's draw. New remote. New remote. Peace in our time, my favorite. Let's draw. Let's search R&D for Wampoa. Let's put Wampoa in a new remote. Gotta get some of these agendas out of our hands. Boulder. Why you gotta be such a butt? Sure, come on in. Alright, we're getting there. If they keep trashing stuff, they're gonna run out of money. Boulder, stop, please. You're hurting my computer. Stop climbing on my computer tower. Alright, we're going to try to press the issue. While they're at a lower number of credits. Always go for the recursion first. Looks like you can only get one. Just start piling those tags on. My favorite part of this is we have no ice on Centrals. So the Maw trigger is done and it didn't get what we need to kill them, so that's very good. That's less good. Because now they're one strike from victory. They're going to run R&D again because it's their only out. Oh, or not. Okay. That's one down. One barbecued runner. While we're waiting, I'd just like to remind everybody, or did I already, I gotta redo the thing for the charity tournament. Let's draw once. Whew. Rough open. We'll see how it goes. We're having a tough open, to be completely honest. We can't jam behind a hive. There's 2 paper clips in the bin. Yeah, so this person's hard tacked for the hot asset spam matchup. So we're gonna have a very bad time. Yeah, we're gonna have to try to pilot careful. Okay, this may be our out if they trash that. Yep. Okay. We have no... We still have a bad pub, so we can't use All-Seeing Eye. Now we don't. Okay. Come on. You want up? Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Ow! Boulder. We're still in tough shape, though. Still haven't seen any Wampoas or any museums. What's up, buddy? You want to settle? He's like, nah, settling is for chumps. Let's draw. We're having a very rough time. We need to get Elizabeth Mills back in the deck. Like nowish. Yeah, I think our goose might be cooked here. Because now we have 2 bad pub. And we've got a handful of agendas. Yeah, I think we're in trouble because we can't even land the sea source right now. Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking great. I don't know what my out is here. We're in such bad shape. Yeah, this deck seems highly tuned for asset spam, so we're in kind of tough shape coming out of the gate. Yeah, I don't think we have an out. I'm gonna concede on this one, I think. Yeah, because we were just going to spend about 40 minutes as my opponent just kind of procedurally picked us apart, never running centrals. So... All right. Who cares about Sure Gamble and IPO? Not this deck. Oh, weird. We're gonna go from some sort of R&D big dig with you having no money and me already holding boom. Because that would be radical. Ooh. Ooh. The border face. Well, this is may potentially be a very quick match. Hope you hit the best defense. Nope, you hit the boom. Radical. I get this weird feeling that this is what your deck's built around. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. All right, we're getting there. Where's our AR security details when we need them? Oh, right, we don't get to play a murder faction that also has murder agendas. You want down? You want down? Did you get your snuggles? Covering me in cat hair. So now we've got all of the 5/3s at the bottom of the deck. Which is pretty good. Yeah, you're not breaking that. I mean, actually, hypothetically, you could. We need to get the ice back in the deck. That's what we're gonna prioritize with the museum. We'll start with the ones that currently do things. We'll use the executive boot camp to get the other two tour guides rezzed. Clot. Okay. Yo, dog, I ain't that kind of Gagarin. Now we're just gonna start churning that economic advantage. Like you do. DDoS. I don't know if a single R&D access is worth it, but if that's what you're into. Alright, so... Oh, I gotta move my head. I guess I'll put me over here. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put down Hordem in a new remote. We're gonna res another boot camp. We're gonna search R&D for an asset. We're gonna go get Sandberg. We're gonna put Sandberg in server 10, and then we're gonna get a buck, and then I don't know if they're playing interdiction, so we'll just go ahead and res that ahead of time. Trying to force that run. They're not going for it. It's Guru Devinder. Oh my god, Guru Devinder is a connection. Okay. So let's Wampoa some things, because right now they're not challenging our draw engine at all. And then what we'll do is we're gonna Wampoa this other museum to get that agenda out of there. Because what I'm really hoping that we're going to be able to do here is we'll be able to put... We need to get a Zealous Judge. The Zealous Judge will need to go under another piece of ice. Alright. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna set that up in a new remote. We're gonna get ready for it. Yeah, why not? Let's try to beta run. That'll make things a lot faster if we can just beta run. Not a ton of viewers to watch me grind people into bone bread with Gagarin. Okay. Strength 10 Tithonium. Tastes good. Eat up all your money. You're gonna die so bad. So bad are you gonna die? Hey, you've got the $1 that you need to steal the agenda, and that's the important part. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, yeah. You accidentally spent one too much. Yep. Oh, you're so dead. You are so dead. Alright. So here is what we are going to do. Oh, good. We drew a Zealous Judge. So we're going to get another Zealous Judge. We're going to put that one there. We're going to put that one in a fresh remote. And then we're going to hit this. We're going to make it strength 8. You filthy animal. Okay. Boop, boop. Now you can't possibly clear all of it. Judge dead. Alright, hopefully our opponent is playing... No. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Why wouldn't you trash the boom? We don't need boom though. Because we can just do this. Can't use finger guns for everything. That's where you're wrong, champ. And I do not want to go to work today. Working in finance is awful, 'cause you never get days off. You should have time for one more. So while we're just kind of hanging out, does anybody have questions about the deck? So, also, while we're waiting, just want to remind everybody, there is a link in the show notes for the ANRPC Charity Event 2, hosted by myself and Sanjay. And it's going to be a $15 tournament, plus voluntary donations for the raffle, to benefit Child's Play, a charity that gives video games to children who live, video games and consoles to children who have to live full-time in the hospital as part of their treatment. How do you beat this as Adam? I don't know. Hope they start their hand flooded. But yeah, come out to this event. I would really love to see as many people as possible. All the proceeds go directly to the charity. Sanjay and I are not recouping the cost that we are spending on prize support. So any money that you give is going directly to the cause. Right now, it looks like we've got about 27 people signed up for it, so it's going to be a decent-sized event. So check it out and come play some Netrunner for a good cause with us, because it's going to be rad. It's going to be hosted by Redcap's Corner up in Philadelphia. So if you're on the East Coast, various public transit can get you to it. I'm like a disembodied torso over here. Uh-oh, Skovac. Dun dun dun. Oh, they're even playing Smoke. It's so good. Alright, I don't think this is a good hand, though. I'd like some more Burst Econ. But by the same token, it's also not a bad hand. Let's keep it. Let's not get greedy. Alright. Oh, that best defense. So that's a pretty not bad open for us. If they put down an SMC and don't use it immediately for something like Tapworm, we can just blow it up. Come to my charity tournament. It's gonna be really good. The one last year was great. We had a nice raffle. Oh, I can't wait to put an MCA informant on that. Give me that sweet MCA. Turn the professor into, it's like a hacker movie. or like their adult mentor. It turns out he's been working for the corpse the whole time. He has an edgy speech about how they just don't understand the ways of the world yet. Yeah. They just don't understand the real world. Okay, you can have that standoff. That's the funniest thing about this build, is people get the standoffs, and it's just like such a terrible consolation prize. Let's get the hive down. It's expensive, but you know, we'll deal with what we got to deal with while we're in our building phase. So our opponent went very broke. Now, of course, they have Proco, so they can draw up, but our opponent is probably going to be forced to pitch cards on some of these turns. And I would say that even without ice on it, this illegal arms factory is going to be safe for a long time. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to hit the Tapworm with the best defense. Okay, then we're going to put that in the remote, and then we're going to put that in the remote. And then next turn, if they don't have the other Satcon, we'll just purge it away. And we have the Wampoa ready to get rid of the extra card. And, because that bad pub is too good for a Shaper, we may end up eventually putting a tour guide on the illegal arms factory. Yep, they dug for it, they didn't get it, so that Tapworm is gone. So we'll purge. We'll res Wampoa. Then we'll get rid of this because we can't score it anyway. And now we're rocking and rolling. I'm tired, man. Alright, so they want to get aggressive with the Wampoa, so we will shuffle away a Tithonium. We don't have a cost-effective way to score it right now. So we get one more use out of Wampoa before it's gone. One of the other neat things about Gagarin is since people pay a credit to access the card, they almost always trash it if they see it. So they end up spending more of their money than maybe they should because it costs them a credit to check that card. Which, you know, isn't necessarily a bad choice. But I'm saying if you make the run, you should trash the card. But like a lot of times, you shouldn't make the run is what I'm saying. Because now if we pull a tagging card, they are very boned. So let's draw. Okay, so we didn't fish what we wished, but that's okay. Now, we're not going to res that one because we'll get super flooded. We'll res that one if this one gets trashed. Boxing Day, I'm working today, James. I live in America where every day is a good day to serve your corporate masters. Oh my god, is this person playing my deck? They are playing my deck, it looks like. Cute. Alright, so we gotta try to bait a run. New remote. New remote. Save the ice for now. I'd like to get an executive boot camp or a museum here. Just to get the full recursion engine going, because that is a great way to beta run. Mr. Stone. There's equivocation. Is Clippy in the bin? Clippy is not in the bin. And they're wise enough not to run last click, which is very good. Alright, I think we actually are going to go ham here. And res the other illegal arms. Our asset game is not being contested, so... New remote. New remote. Let's go ahead. Put that in a new remote. We've got so much money pouring in. And we've got the all-seeing eye just waiting. Tastes good. It's going to be very expensive for you. Actually, I don't even think you could break it. I think out you go. There's the successful run that we needed. So let's get a bunch of money. Let's play C-Source just for the funds. Get rid of that. What did we get with Mr. Stone? We got rid of a cloak. That ain't bad. We just have a handful of ice. What a dream draw this is compared to the other game. Alright. Server 10. R&D. Yeah, for that sweet 1 credit savings. No. Yep, they've got the misdirection. Which is fine, because once it's down, we can hit it with... Oh, did they forget that my deck doesn't have misdirection anymore? Yep. Alright. Well, we got that. I call that a sweet, sweet murder. Let's show we were going to draw 3 cards. Well, the Sandberg is basically like a super lockout. but we were going to get there eventually. I call that a pretty good game. Now, let's do a little bit of a retrospective about that Val game where the person was on Triple Aeneas and Soul Set Slums. I think as the opener, the second I saw those cards, I should have played nothing except for Out Behind Ice until I got Elizabeth Mills to be able to purge the initial bad pub and then destroy the Soul Set. You got to play a lot more carefully and a lot more patiently. Yeah, it's good. So, just to reiterate, check out the link in the show notes for the ANRPC Charity Event 2 on March 17th of next year. It's going to be really exciting. It's going to be up in Philly. And everybody on this list, these are my shout-out level patrons. I wouldn't be able to do the things that I'm doing with the channel without your help. If you'd like to support the channel and get access to some of the sweet Patreon rewards, please take a look at the link in the show notes below and consider supporting the channel. And until I see all of you fine people again, always be running.